My microphone, yeah, my microphone recording volume was set to 100. 100%. Hang on.
Why?
I think 80 is pretty good.
I don't know. Just make sure it's not peaking.
Yeah, I know.
Peking
I am.
duck.
I'm making sure. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Let's do a 1,
2,
3.
clap.
I was going to say let's count to 10. 1,
2, why?
3,
4,
5.
5.
One,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9.
10.
Why
I
did
win.
you-
I got to 10 first.
I knew it. But now I can
Why
line
are we
up.
counting to 10?
Well, I just wanted to line up the things.
What if we just do 1, 2, 3, but we both clap?
Because it
And
doesn't
then you
work.
do one.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Did you clap on my clap?
Yeah.
That
Now
delay
you
is
do it on
horrible.
mine. 1,
Go.
2, 3.
Was I really quick?
Did yours? No. It was like almost a second after.
All right.
But also,
So-
when we were counting to 10, I would say the number as soon as you would say it.
Yeah, me too. I was wondering why you were so
And it-
slow.
I was like, did you forget what number comes next?
So technically, we should just give a gap between. So it would have been like 1, 3, 5.
Let's try that so it seems like we're doing it right.
Okay, you ready?
All right. Yep.
1, 3,
2,
5,
7. I forgot which order numbers go. Hang on, my camera's about to die, so I'll be back in a jiff.
This is what we deal with. This is Jeremy running away from his problems. Or fixing his problems, I can't tell. I love that you dressed up top, but you still have jammy pants on. You can't hear me.
Okay.
I love that you're dressed up top, but not in the bottom. You still got jammy pants.
Yeah.
I have my dressing gown on.
Nice.
Okay. I should
I
go
got
a
dressed
gangster.
up for I was
Yeah,
gonna
real
wear
cool.
like a suit jacket and just have boxes on the bottom.
I once had a meeting with my boss where I wore like a tucked in shirt into trackies. That was good. Your friends in the background there.
The birds. Yeah. Funny, I don't even hear them. It doesn't register in my brain. It's just gone. Which is another autism test I fail because a lot of autismos, not all of them, but most of them are like really sensitive to sounds and things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I can like tune out anything.
I don't think you're autistic.
I don't think you're ADHD. Huh. How do you like that?
I went and saw someone about mine. I passed the test. You've been making
I've done
tests for
3
yourself.
tests now.
Yeah,
did
I
the
know,
rice
and you
test.
failed 2 of them.
Yeah.
You're just
I
like
did.
fidget spinners. That's it.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
anything, you're a child.
Yeah, but that's got to be something. I've got whatever Michael Jackson had.
A bit of a Michael Jackson head.
I have whatever Michael Jackson had. You know, he turned white and he's basically got the mind of a child. I also turned white.
When were you ever not white?
I'm a person of color. I'm a minority.
Are you?
Kind of.
Well, you're definitely not autistic. I've. There's no way that you're autistic. Okay.
There's some way I might be.
No, there's 0% chance that you were on the spectrum.
No, there's not 0%.
Well, no, it's not 0. Like, here's
I
the
think
full
everyone's
spectrum.
on the spectrum.
Here's the full spectrum.
Yeah.
You're here. And because I have ADHD, I'm here. I'm more than you.
Should we do an autism test?
Is there one online?
I could probably do one, and I can film it if you want.
Yeah.
So what I can do...
Autism test online. All right, here we go. Can I ask the questions? Do I have autism?
No, we'll ask them together. No, because can you screen record? Do you want to record it?
Yeah, I will. Hold on. No, not that. Let's try a different website. Wait.
What are you giggling about?
This isn't a question for autism. Like, it's obvious. People do like this and they don't have to be autistic. I like doing things alone.
What?
I'm going to find a better test.
Autism.
Oh, so there's a percentage. There's a spectrum on the spectrum question. So it's definitely agree, slightly disagree, definitely disagree. Okay.
Wait.
What?
We gotta do it on mine so I can capture it on the screen. Right?
I'm capturing on this. I'm on the screen right now.
Are you doing a screen capture?
Yes.
What are you capturing with?
Capture button.
What do you mean? Are you recording it?
I'm recording the screen, yeah.
With what?
Screen record.
No, that's not good.
What do you
I can
mean
record. It's not a good one.
It's working. What
Yeah,
do
but
you
you're
want
going to
about
record
it?
the whole screen. You only want to record your little thing. Look, I'll
What
show
do you-
you.
But I can
I'll
edit
show
it in
you.
post. I can edit in post.
Look
It
at this.
doesn't-
No, but this is better.
Show me. Show me then. How are you going to show
I'm
me?
trying to. How do I?
What, screen share?
No.
What do you mean? How surprised would you be? Can you tell that there's a spoon in my beard right now?
I can.
Can you? Hey.
Yeah.
What about now? Don't worry. I am going to get to a point where I'm hiding like pens and stuff in my beard. And then when the kids
Yeah.
are like, Dad, where's a pen? I'll just be like, here, son.
Yeah.
Oh, screen shared.
Here you go.
Yep.
What's the
Okay, hang on.
autism test?
I went to clinicalpartners.co.uk. Might be
Okay.
this. Can you see it?
Now, should we take this together?
Yeah, I'm on the same
You
page.
do
so
it
let's-
too. You do
I'm
it
on
too.
it. Okay.
Question one. Okay, I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others.
Three.
Definitely agree.
Slightly agree.
Ooh.
I
I
prefer,
prefer doing the. Okay,
I
yeah, we'll take
prefer
turns reading
doing
them.
things the same way. For instance, my morning routine or trip to the supermarket.
Uh,
I mean, I prefer.
slightly
it.
agree.
I just don't do it. You're up.
Yeah.
I find myself becoming strongly absorbed in something, even obsessional. Definitely agree.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
I am very sensitive to noise and will wear earplugs to cover my ears in certain situations.
Definitely disagree.
I wear earplugs to fall asleep sometimes, but that's due to snoring.
Yeah, that's different. This is like, some people like background noises, like,
Yeah, no, it's like going to the supermarket. Yeah, it's okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Sometimes people say I'm being rude, even though I think I'm being polite. I get told that, but I still feel like they're wrong. I'm just honest.
Well,
So I would say definitely it happens, but I don't agree with it. So
but
I guess I okay, I definitely agree. But I don't need to share my screen with you, do I?
I can see it.
No, but you're looking at your own screen anyway, so there's no point in me sharing it with you.
I mean, it's fun. It's up to you. Do you need to?
I'm recording it anyway. I don't need to show you. Because you're doing questions and I am. Wait, are you doing the test too, or are you just watching me do the test?
I'm doing the test too.
Yeah, so I'll stop sharing my screen. Hang on. And then you can see my face again sometimes.
I could see your face. It was half. It was really fine. I actually preferred... Yeah, I do. I want to see it again. Thanks. I find it easy to imagine.
But your face disappears from mine, so I don't get you at all when I'm doing this.
Oh, well, that's up to you. If you're not comfortable not seeing me.
Well, you could be doing anything suspicious. Okay, question 6. Find it easy to
It's
imagine
my turn.
what... Fuck.
I find it easy to imagine what characters from a book might look like.
Now, I've been reading books lately, and I would say slightly agree. Some of them I have to really focus on to try and imagine what they're like, what they look like. Some of them I don't even bother trying to think of things, and like, without even reading the description, I'll kind of conjure up an image of what I think they might look like.
So, for me, I have been reading How to Make Friends and Influence People, and I'm definitely only picturing businessmen.
Okay.
They never put descriptions, though.
So when I read that, when you read the parts about
Roosevelt?
Teddy Roosevelt,
Yeah.
do you just picture Robin Williams from Night at the Museum?
Wasn't he in a wheelchair?
No.
I don't know. I always pictured like a wheelchair man, but yeah, Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to say slightly agree because I tend to
Me
make up
too.
my own thing.
Me too. Okay. I
Find it easy
Oh, your turn.
talking. No, I did do the last one. It's your turn.
No, I did the last one.
Okay, I find it easy to talk in groups of people. Definitely disagree.
I agree. 100% I do. I think that's a confidence thing. I am more interested in finding out about things than other people. Than people. Let me do that one again. I'm more interested in finding out about things than people.
I think so. Generally, like, people are like, whatever. But, you know, animals and cars and things I'm definitely more interested in. Definitely, strongly agree. What's yours? You got to tell me what you vote for because I can't see your screen.
Slightly disagree.
Okay. I find numbers, dates, and strings of information fascinating. Strongly agree.
What do you mean? Well, explain how...
What?
How do you find that things interesting? What are you talking about?
I like going through, like, in any job I've had, I like really going through all the spreadsheets and things, looking at all the information through the day, like
how
Like
many cups of
analytics.
movie served, and yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, if it's to do with work and it's actually something relevant to the thing that I'm doing, analytics are important, so I agree there. But I mean, I'm not sitting there going, oh, I wonder what the numbers for...
But it's like, are you personally? I'm interested in that stuff myself. I should be an accountant.
You
So I
should
love
be.
looking at that stuff.
Okay, I said slightly disagree. I prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction.
I would say slightly disagree. I haven't. Like, yeah, I'd say slightly disagree.
Yeah, I really like real things. I mean, I like
You like
fake things.
superheroes?
Yeah, but that's real.
That's fiction.
Yeah, but I also like... I mean, I watch real things more than... See, but I prefer comics over reading in
That's
general.
the question. Well,
No,
yeah.
no,
But
it wasn't.
prefer-
Do you like graphic novels or non? It was.
you-
I just genuinely prefer comics over like reading. But
Yeah,
if
which
I'm
is
gonna
fiction.
if I'm gonna watch a movie, which I watch more movies than I watch than I read, I will generally watch this is based on a true story rather than superheroes. I actually don't like a lot of
Based
superhero
on a
movies.
true story isn't necessarily non-fiction.
No, but it's based.
Yeah, so it's still fiction.
But it's...
Non-fiction is like documentaries and that kind
Alright, I'll
of
go
thing.
back and I'll change my answer. Alright? Definitely agree.
I'm going to go slightly agree. Okay, I find it upsetting if my daily routine is upset or changed. I do get bothered by that. I'm going to slightly agree.
I don't really care.
All
If
right.
it changes, it changes. It's
Question
difficult
12.
it's difficult for me to understand other people's facial expressions and body language. Strongly disagree for me.
I'd say
Can you read
pretty
a room?
sure. I think so. I would say slightly disagree because I'm not confident in it. I'm pretty sure I can, but I'm not confident. So I guess slightly disagree.
If you walked into a group of people who have just finished an argument, would you be able to identify that they were not the most comfortable people?
I can see when someone's cranky.
Okay, but can you? What if they're kind of hiding that? They're trying to hide it, but there's obviously some tension.
Probably. I don't know. It's not often I walk into a room where there's been arguing. I don't
That's
have
what
any
I mean.
problem-
Maybe you don't identify it.
I don't have any problem making small talk with new people. Definitely disagree. I am very bad at making talk with new people.
I'm quite awkward, but I'll do it. Give it a go. I notice very small changes in a person's appearance.
Weirdly, in my own, definitely, any little changes I notice, but anyone else, not really. So I'll say slightly disagree.
I'm going to go slightly agree.
How often does Ellie get mad at you because you didn't notice her haircut?
Well, Ellie only ever gets a haircut like once a year, so I notice every time.
Okay.
But there's other things that she does, and I always notice.
Your turn to read a question.
When I was young, I used to play lots of let's pretend or imaginary games.
Did we?
We used to play a lot of toys. I used to always like run around and be a ninja with sticks.
Yeah.
And I remember
Play a lot
one.
of guns and that kind of thing.
I remember one time I was playing with sticks in the park, and then a car that looked exactly like Nana's rocked up. And I was like, Nana's here! And I ran, and I like arms wide open. Turns out it was one of Adrian's friends with their mum. And so I turned my arms wide open into pretending to be an aeroplane and just flew away.
That's the best.
It was probably my most awkward thing I've ever done.
I'll say slightly agree. I like collecting information about things I am interested in. Definitely agree.
I mean, collecting information?
Yeah.
Like researching or collecting?
Yeah, researching little facts and figures and collecting it in your brain. Where do you put your knowledge collections?
Writing? No, I slightly agree. I like meeting new people. Slightly agree.
That's up. Yeah, I do. I'm bad at it, but I do like, and not too many. I don't know. I'm kind of right in the middle between slightly agree and slightly disagree.
But whatever.
It's hard. People close to me say I talk about the same things repeatedly.
Yeah.
Now, people don't say that, but I feel like I talk about things repeatedly.
I mean, if I'm if I'm thinking about a thing fairly often, I'll constantly talk about it. Or if I have a subject that I'm, interested in, I'll bring it up because it's an interest. But that goes with anything, There's certain, I'm not going to be like, to coworkers who don't like metal, I'm not going to be like, hey, did you hear that new song by Esophagus Drowning?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say strongly disagree.
Well, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because while I do that, I'm self-aware that I talk about the same things a lot. But no one's ever told me that. So maybe I don't. Maybe I talk about things a normal amount. I'm going to go slightly disagree because no one said that, but I feel like I do. I've said that.
Do you bring up topics to people that you know would not be interested in that topic?
That's not what this is about.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. So for example, Rusty is always on about Golden Spider-Man, regardless of who you are.
Yeah. No, I don't do that.
Okay. And TJ is always about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Yep.
So
he could talk to me about that.
About Dragon Ball
Actually,
Z.
sometimes as a joke, if I know someone super isn't into something,
Yeah.
I will rant on about that for ages at them. Like the longest, most boring inside baseball facts about whatever it is.
I do that with Ellie. If we're driving along and I'll see something, I'll be like, Ellie, did you see this? You know that thing over there? And I'll for at least 10 minutes, it'll just be like, wasn't it funny that thing happened back there?
Yeah.
It's good. She hates it.
So I'm going to go slightly agree on this. Because
Okay.
people don't say that, but I do. Okay, 19. It's your turn, I think.
I find it easy to work out what people are thinking or feeling just by looking at their facial expressions.
Slightly agree.
Yeah, I'm going to say slightly. Obviously, I don't definitely know.
New social situations make me feel anxious.
Slightly agree. I'm getting better.
Same. It's important to me... it's your turn.
Settle down. It's important to me to carefully plan any activities I'm going to do.
Definitely disagree.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't think we've planned the last, 50 pods.
I'm a big winger. I like to wing it.
I'm pretty good at winging.
Right. I find it hard to work out what people's intentions are.
The amount of times that I know that someone wants to sleep with me, it is wild. Their intentions, it's like, hey, Kevin, whoa, back off. I have a girlfriend.
Assuming everyone wants to sleep with you isn't the same as working out what their intentions are.
Well, no, so...
You could be assuming wrong.
Well,
See, the
of
difficult
course.
thing about this question is you have to know what their intentions are.
So you're forward planning on someone's intentions, yeah.
Well, I guess the question should be worded, are you often surprised by people's intentions?
I didn't know you were going to ask me that. Well, it's like... So, for example, it's like if you're planning to get a lift home from work from someone, you're going to reach out and be like, hey, buddy, how you going? Hope you're well. In their mind, they're going, okay, this guy wants a lift. They don't really care how I'm going.
Well,
they
here's
just
the thing,
want a lift.
The intention, they don't know what your exact intention is, but they know that you want something.
Yeah, I don't like
so
that.
If you can pick that up that someone wants something, then yeah. Okay, I would say slightly disagree. I do not find it hard to work out what people's intentions are.
Yeah, I'll do slightly disagree. In saying that, you know what I love?
We're going to have the same results. We keep doing the same things.
I know. You're not autistic.
Or you are.
No, because a lot of these are very self-aware and observant and not obsessive. And but in saying that, I have had a lot of conversations with people over the past few years where it has just been reaching out to like, hey, how you going? Checking in, what's going on? Without that intention of wanting something. And it's a really strange thing because I know there's a lot of people out there that do just have that conversation to want something. And it's, I don't know, it's like a really good self-awareness thing to be like, hey, I really genuinely like this person. I'm going to open that conversation with them without asking for anything.
Yep.
Yeah. I would find it really hard to play imaginary games with children.
Well, I have to do this often, and I hate doing it. I do it, and I can. It's easy to, but it's also fun to, like, crush an imaginary game.
Just ruin the game for the sake of never having to do it again.
Yeah, they're like, okay, you're the kid this time. Like, no, I'm not. I'm your dad. No, but in the game. Like, I'm your dad.
I'm going to go definitely disagree because I can play games
me too.
with kids.
I can. Easy.
Yeah.
Definitely disagree. I'm a good diplomat and can help ease a difficult situation or work situation. I am...
What is a diplomat?
You're very good at it. You said you calmed a cranky customer the other day and got an award for it.
I did, yeah. No, I am very diplomatic.
Okay, slightly agree for me. You probably strongly agree.
I'm definitely agree. I'm often the last person to understand a joke.
Definitely disagree. I assume everything's a joke before it's come out as a joke.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I don't get it. I just think that's part of a brain capacity thing, not a. So I did slightly agree.
Oh, definitely disagree. I'm the first person to understand it. Okay. Wait,
it's your turn.
I like doing things spontaneously. Definitely agree. Most of our things are spontaneous.
We are spontaneous. I'm going to definitely agree as well. If I'm interrupted doing something, there's no commas or anything, so you just have to keep going. You have to assume, if I'm interrupted doing something, I find it hard to get back to what I was doing beforehand.
Slightly disagree. Sometimes I do. Easily, like sometimes I'll forget what I was doing. It'll take a while. Oh, that's right.
I'm going to definitely agree, because the amount of times that like if I'm halfway through something at work and then I have to get a call or something, and then I get distracted and have to go back to that call, back to what I was doing, I'm generally clicking on the screens for about 10 minutes before I realize, oh, I was doing that thing. Finally get back to it and get another call.
Right.
So, yeah, but that's an ADHD thing. That's part of the reason why I'm an ADHD.
Yeah. Okay. I notice patterns in things all the time. I'd say slightly agree, because I do notice patterns, but I can tell if I'm just kind of putting things together that aren't necessarily patterns.
I'm going definitely disagree, because everything that's a coincidence is merely just a coincidence, not anything. And I don't notice it enough to be like, oh, that was that. I saw that name before. Oh my god. Can you believe his name was Kevin too?
Yes.
Yeah. I have some very strong interests and get upset if I can't pursue them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
I can tell if someone I'm talking to is getting bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Definitely agree. I can see it in their face.
Definitely agree.
Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. What number did you get?
I got 9.
Ooh.
Between 8 and 12. And you have the same score as most people do when completing this test and are probably not autistic.
I got 15, which is at the high end of slight tendencies and just below borderline indication.
Wow.
What's the thing that you read?
What should I do now? Well, I'm fine. Nothing.
Your score suggests you experience slightly more of the common traits of autistic people than the average population. I'm a smidge autistic. This doesn't necessarily mean you have autism, but this test is a guide only. An autism diagnosis process is far more comprehensive. You might want to think about whether a full diagnosis would be helpful. I don't think it would be helpful. What would that change? I'm going to stop my screen recording now.
Well, that
was a rip-roaring success. All right.
I can't believe
we start the show now?
Two brothers.
Daddy. Dad.
I'm the father.
Hi, Hungry.
Hi, Hungries.
Because of the delay, I couldn't work out where you were doing
and mine was way better too.
Okay.
Hi, Hungries.
Fuck.
I'll do it.
Right.
Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
This is the Dad vs. Dad podcast.
How you going, Jeremy?
I'm pretty well. I was sick, now I'm better. As you can see, we are again, 12 kilometers apart? I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm sick. You're slightly autistic.
I'm a bit autistic. We just did a test before the show. We were going to do it during the show, but it's pre-show now.
That might be... Why don't we just do the intro before?
No.
Damn. Did you watch that 3-minute video I showed you?
Yeah. To split the toilet roll in half to save money on toilet paper?
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
Have you followed that guy at all?
No, you can
That-
buy single-ply toilet paper.
I know. But if you buy 2-ply and then split it yourself, much cheaper.
Single-ply toilet paper is awful.
It is. It's horrible. And you end up folding it 10 times just to prevent a finger going through. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's almost like buy the 2-ply. It's just better.
Crap.
What have
Just
you
broke
done?
a peg.
Ah, peg.
Mm.
That's wooden.
Yeah,
That's fun.
it is. Okay, so I am half autistic. You are 30%? Yeah, about
No.
30%.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'll look at you with your numbers. Well, I was between I was like at the mid-range of the common result,
Yeah.
which means I'm more of a social butterfly. Although, you know what? If I had answered one of my questions the way that I wanted to answer it, I'd probably be at a no tendencies. But you convinced me otherwise.
What one?
My fiction versus non-fiction.
Because you tried to change it. That was
Because
your
genu-
response to that was very autistic.
It wasn't.
You don't know what non-fiction is.
No.
Non-fiction isn't based on
No,
a true
it's not.
story.
Okay. All right. You're right. So,
It's not a story. Like, it can be stories. Like, true crime stuff is stories.
oh, well, I watch that all the time. Like, that's
Why?
almost every... Why?
Stupid.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Why?
Why? Because it's intriguing. It's like watching this whole world that you have no idea about. Or it's like the darkest of what people get to. It's
Or
really
this
intriguing.
whole world that you're secretly already involved in.
Well, that's what I mean. What do you mean?
I think you might be a true crime.
You think I might be a
I
killer?
think you might have murdered someone, yeah.
Who, what kind of person would I have murdered? And how would I have murdered them, Jeremy?
I think an even nicer person than yourself. You're like, no, I'm the nice one. And so you kill him.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to that answer. I like that answer. It does fill me with some really great confidence and happiness.
Yeah.
So we're 12
Alright, so yeah.
we're 12 Ks apart because I'm sick now. I've spent the
Yep.
past 3 days in bed.
Yep.
This is the most I've laughed in 3 days.
Hey!
Yay, thank you.
I've been laughing a lot because I've been watching Red Dwarf again.
Oh, nice. Smeghead. That's where that came
So
from,
good.
hey. Yeah.
Head, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Yeah.
show. I've been watching...
Yeah.
We watched the new Jackass movie last night.
I didn't know there was a new one.
The Jackass Forever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's it was just... It's amazing how even 20 years after the first movie, I still find it as funny. Just like...
Yeah.
Just people axing themselves and hurting themselves and doing all crazy, crazy things. It is still just as intriguing and funny.
Still just more of the same?
Yeah, it's just the same thing, but it's just
Yeah.
still... Like, I'll go back and watch those movies once every few years and still love them. And I don't know why.
Right. Does Jackass count as non-fiction? It's kind of a documentary. Like, they set up those scenarios, but they're really doing those things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's non-fiction.
What if they're not doing the things? What
Well,
if they're
they-
fake? What if
What?
it's all CGI?
What if our world is a simulation? Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Jackass.
Yeah, I know. But what are you saying CGI? I literally watched someone get a pogo stick to the nuts.
Yeah, maybe they CGI'd that. Maybe the pogo stick actually went like way off into the sun, and they like CGI'd it so it dunk into his nuts.
No, that was real pain.
How good would that be if it turned out all of Jackass was fake? Just like
Although,
all an elaborate prank.
one thing that I thought was really funny, well, not funny at all, but Bam Margera, right? He wasn't in this most recent movie because of... Have you watched any of the stuff with him? Have you heard, read? No? So Bam...
he's like some kind of sad boy.
Yeah, he got real sad. So when Ryan Dunn died, he just lost it. He went and became an addict and all this other stuff. Anyway, for him to join the Jackass movie, he had some clauses of like, you can't drink, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you have to do tests all the time. And I think he failed one of the tests, so they kicked him off set and he wasn't in the movie. But
Yeah.
I saw him in one of the stunts. So, I wonder if he's suing them because he appeared in one of them, or whether I didn't look at the credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were doing a marching band and they all walked on this giant treadmill and died. One of them, I think Steve-O went to the hospital. It was insane.
I mean, he'd have to know he was part of that stunt. He was there.
Well, yeah.
Is he suing them?
I think so. I don't know if he still is. Bam Margera is a very sad person to watch now. Like, it's really disheartening. Really difficult to see, like, this guy that was such a hero to us kids. Yeah.
God, and like, you know, all those guys, you gotta love them all. But like, they did just do the dumbest shit.
Well, yeah.
And now we like judge the next gen kids watching like these YouTubers and stuff doing dumb things or like stupid pranks or whatever. And it's like, those guys really aren't that better. Like, they're no worse than the Jackass guys, really.
Well, what I really love is the Jackass Forever movie actually had like a bunch of new people in it, like new cast Jackass members. So like
cool.
And even on the movie they're saying like, you know, 20 years ago we used to watch this and it had such an impact on us and now we're part of it. Like, it's so crazy. Like, but it still also has these 50-year-old dudes getting smacked in the nuts and stuff. It's wild.
Yeah.
Steve-O does his own podcast as well, which is pretty interesting. He does it in a van.
His voice is fucked now, too. It's so, isn't it?
I think it's gotten better because he got sober. He's sober now.
Yeah, okay.
There was Brendan Novak. He went...
Yeah.
He's full sober guy now. He did like a whole... I was a junkie. I'm no longer a junkie. Please call me if you need help. It's crazy. Like, he went fully clean. Yeah. He actually did like a doco thing on like what he went through and how he was a junkie. And then, yeah, it was really cool. See, I do like real life stuff way more.
Yeah. Okay.
You wrecked my quiz. I could be a no tendency autist.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is that because it's still
Although,
they're really doing things, but they're setting up these things that they do. They're planned.
yeah, but it's
Not like they really. Like, it's not accidents. It's all, let's all put ourselves in this canon. Or
okay. So if someone plans to go to the shop, is that fiction because they planned it?
maybe.
How is it
not.
fiction?
I guess they did really go to the shops.
Yes.
Yeah, but you could argue that every non-fiction movie is real Where every fiction movie is real because the actors were really there. They were really saying the lines.
Okay. The difference is Tom Cruise went to the shop as not Tom Cruise, which is fiction. But if Tom Cruise filmed Tom Cruise going to the shop as Tom Cruise, that's fact.
Yeah.
And the Jackass crew, maybe they are stage names, but they are technically based on that character. So it's fact. Jackass is fact.
Is stand-up fiction?
Some of it. Some of them talk about they talk about these great stories that definitely never happened.
Well, almost all of Seinfeld's jokes, they're all observation humor.
Yeah.
So, that's non-fiction. He's talking about real-world things.
He's putting a fun spin on it, yeah. That's fact, I guess. Well,
This podcast is non-fiction.
does Seinfeld have a podcast?
Our podcast.
Oh, yeah, our podcast is non-fiction.
Dad vs. Dad is non-fiction. That's the episode name.
Non-fiction.
Yeah.
Your pal's there. I don't know how you deal with it.
Don't even hear him. Hey.
So you're
love him,
definitely not autistic. There's no way
no,
you
I'm
are.
15. I'm a 15 on the Richter scale.
Well, so I would compare it from you to Rusty. So Rusty
But I'm
went out.
almost double your autism.
You are double mine.
You're 9, I'm 15. No, almost double. 6
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. So I mean, I compare. I put Rusty as the tendency, the spectrum, and only
He's a
because
30.
well, he could be.
He might be a 0.
He's
Could
been
be toddler stuff.
He's 5. He's 5. And he has been talking about Golden Spider-Man for a year. Okay?
Yeah.
A full year he's
Yeah.
been talking about Golden Spider-Man. Not only has he been talking about Golden Spider-Man, he does... The other day we walked out the front and there were cockatoos. And one of them squawked and he covered his ears.
Yeah.
And often if someone in the house yells or there's a loud bang or there's a noise or something happens, it is straight to the ears. It's really sensitive.
Vera does that a bit too.
Does she? Okay.
With the bath.
Is that a
she covers
scary
her
thing
ears. She covers her ears like this.
though? Okay. Why?
No, I really don't know. But she always just does. Yeah, so when that happens, or sometimes if she loves loud cars and stuff, but sometimes if one catches her off guard,
Yeah, that's a...
um,
That's... I mean... I guess it comes down to, is that kid... I don't know. I guess I haven't spent as much time with Vera as I'd like to. I haven't... Is she obsessed with anything? My Little
not like
Pony?
the Golden Spider-Man level.
No, okay. Maybe she's
And-
maybe she's a 13 or 15.
She loves lots of things. Every time we get her back, she's into something different. She wants to watch different movies. She wants to play with different toys. It's not
Yeah.
it's... Yeah.
It's more of an enjoyment thing. For me, it's, there's an obsession, but it's not this is my world. Whereas Rusty is very, I think it is at that stage.
Well, would you like a news?
I would. You know what? Yeah, give me a news.
Okay. Stolen meat from Coles worth $2,000 found after driver was pulled over.
How?
He said he planned he planned on selling it all for $100. Like just on like a Facebook marketplace or something.
What?
Yeah.
What guy?
He said he knows someone. He knows someone he was going to sell it to for $100.
Everyone knows a guy. Anyone in the criminal business is like, I got a guy.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
settled on a meeting and he found someone who was going to sell it to for $100, but he got pulled over and they found it all.
It was a sting.
Yeah.
Why Coles? Why wouldn't you like? I don't know. What
Where
would
else you going to...
You could go.
You do big supermarket. You wouldn't steal from like the local butcher guy who's like... He's a battler.
You know who's a good butcher guy? The guy in Kipax. Wes. He's a good butcher.
Okay. Do you go to a butcher?
Well, no, I haven't for a while, but when I did go, he's a great man. He's also my mate's brother-in-law, so bit of a
He
plug.
might not be very good.
No, he is very good. He's very good. He is. I have heard it from multiple people, and also because
Okay.
I've been there. But yes,
Police seized the meat.
what did police do when they got the meat?
It
Big
doesn't say.
cookout.
I mean, I don't know if they could give it back. I don't know if Coles could sell meat that has left the store. Can they do that?
I don't think they could.
Like, they don't know if it's been tampered with or anything, so I'm sure cops would have had a Barbie.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you think... How do you feel about the Bunnings Barbies?
What? Oh, they're fine. What about them?
What do you... I don't know. It's been a few years since I bought a sausage from Bunnings. And I always feel...
for a long time.
I feel weird about it. I've always
Why?
thought... Well, because surely they don't have, like, health regulations, and it's just, like, Barry from... Are they using Bunnings? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Snag from Bunnings.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, because they don't have, like, a health inspector there.
Yeah, and when I could buy a sausage for, let's say, $2 at Bunnings, I could go and buy 24 for $12 and go and cook 24 sausages for myself.
Yeah, but it's like a great Aussie tradition to get a Bunnings snag. And it's almost always for a charity.
Is it?
People don't just like... Yeah, it's not just like if someone sends up a little business at Bunnings. It's always like for
Help
kids
the
who need
children.
sausages or... yeah, something like that.
If you were going to create the best, like, fake charity, what would you create?
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like you've thought about this. What's yours?
No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Just off the top of my head, fake charity has to be meaningful to a small portion of people, but enough that it's convincing. Okay, so you're gonna...
I reckon something religious as well, so that like we dupe those people who are already being duped. Like that's an easy target, and like that's a fun target to hit. I think because they're already.
Suppose that's the one that you want to hit because it's like if you're going to rob someone, you want to rob someone that kind of doesn't matter. Like
They're
you don't want to
give their money to the church anyway. Who's gonna spend all on cocaine and whatever anyway. So yeah, I think that's fine. Like Jesus for kids. So we're like, say we're going to like places around where kids don't have access to Jesus, and we're gonna like bring them Jesus movies or something like that. Like we're gonna bring them Passion of the Christ.
What would you call it? Kids for Christ?
Passion for the kids.
Nice. And we sell passion fruit. Or passion fruit beverages.
Yeah, we get passion
Pasito.
fruit things. Yeah, borrow me like
crucifix-shaped glasses, plastic cups.
Do you think that would be... I don't know. I feel like, yeah, we would absolutely have to rob the church.
It's not
Yes.
robbing, it's charity.
Was it-
You have to
But we're
go
not-
through with this. No,
We're not going
no,
through
you don't have
with
to
the
go through it.
charity.
It's a fake charity.
It's a fake charity. We're robbing
okay.
them. That was the idea. It's a
and we
fake
could do
charity.
we can do like a fake, oh yeah, we're doing it. Like we'll just like download an illegal version of Passion of the Christ. Just
Like a bad
steal a
cam
copy
shot.
of it. Yeah, and then just like upload that to Facebook or something and invite kids to watch.
Have you seen that
So
movie?
it's like we kind of go through with it. Yeah, funny.
I haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, pretty dumb. It's just Jesus getting tortured for a couple hours.
And Christians loved it.
Yeah.
I have heard it was
Yeah,
pretty
because it was
brutal.
like the highest budget. It was like the highest budget Jesus movie, so of course they were gonna love it. I mean, someone died watching it, like they had a heart attack, and people were like, "Oh, it's so holy," and he was taken to Jesus or whatever. Like, but really, he was just watching these brutally gory scenes and
Yeah,
he
that's
died.
messed up. That's wrong.
He was a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Adrian made me watch it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
At your house? At his
yeah,
house?
At Dad's many moons ago.
Yeah, no, I never watched it. I
Yeah, pretty. Like didn't show me anything I hadn't already known about. It's mostly the crucifixion part.
I think
It's
I
almost
learnt-
the entire movie is just the end part, really.
I think I learnt more about religion through the life of Brian than I did on anything else.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate movie.
That movie was incredible and very fun, and like just everything about it. I want to watch it again. I want to watch it. I can't watch that one with the kids because I think there's boobs. Yeah, there is. Yeah, she
there's
opens
a
the
doodle
blinds.
at the start too.
You know what I was watching? Aeroplane, right?
Yeah,
Aeroplane with like Leslie Nelson.
yeah, not my favorite.
Not your favorite? It's pretty good.
Pretty okay.
Anyway, I was watching that with the kids because it's just that dumb, silly humor, and we watched The Naked Gun, and they loved that. Anyway, watching Aeroplane, all of this stuff, there's like one scene where it's all chaos and like people are running around and like lots of bouncing, and then all of a sudden, just boobs step in front of the camera. I'm like, oh, I just showed my kids their first boobs. I was not aware of that scene.
It says on the box in the movie, on everything, it says M nudity.
I'm pretty sure it's on a streaming service right now at PG. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It might be Netflix. Let me find it.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's Yeah, okay, here we go. I'm gonna screenshot this so we can put it up. Here. Okay. There. Down the bottom. Parental guidance. Can you see it there?
No, hang on.
Yeah.
I can't while I'm recording.
Okay. No, well, that's okay. You can look at it later. But basically, it's Airplane and it's parental guidance. PG.
What does it say? What does it say?
PG.
Next to- What's
It
it?
just
Does it
says
say
PG.
any of the?
Just said PG.
Hmm.
Good one hiccup.
Thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't say...
What?
Yeah, no, it doesn't actually say what it's PG for.
There's Airplane rated PG.
Yes?
Oh, it doesn't show any real skin.
But it... so it must
I
have
think
been
they were
fake.
fake boobs.
But, regardless, it's a shock when your kids are sitting there going, "What?"
Yeah, they don't know the difference.
I didn't know the difference. I couldn't tell real boob from fake boob.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they look the same.
Well, yeah.
Like, you wouldn't show them hentai and say, well, it's not real. That doesn't make it PG.
And all the Japanese blurred stuff now. They
That's
blur
always been
everything.
blurred.
It's always been blurred?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like, the stuff made for Japan, in Japan, always blurred.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to think when I was younger that was just like a paywall thing. So you had to pay to get unblurred stuff. But it's just, no, they just have the blurred stuff there.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the whole thing is happening. Like, what's the difference between a bit of blur? Like, they could blur the whole screen, but no, it's just like genitals.
Yeah.
Why?
Something about the laws there or something, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should... Yeah, anyway. How do you think we went for weight this week? How have you gone? Because we're not doing a weigh-in.
I thought it was going to be a good one.
Because you were so
I was
sick
going
you
to be
couldn't eat?
skinny. Yeah, I'm going to go pee, though.
No, we're
I'm
not
going to go
weighing.
pee. I need to pee.
Oh, well.
I just really need to pee.
Go on.
It's nothing to do with weight.
Well done. So I
Hi,
thought...
Hungaries again.
G'day, hunger. One thing I thought we could talk about is dating advice or dad advice, like co-parenting with an ex, and best ways to do this.
Don't date anyone ever.
Don't date anyone ever?
No, that's advice for everyone in the world.
Well, what if I'm currently dating and kind of happy with that?
End it.
Why? Give me a reason.
'Cause just enjoy the peace and quiet. Could you imagine?
You just scored
you
another
imagine?
point on autism. I love being alone. No, it's... I mean, okay. So, you had a circumstance come up recently, which I think would be worth discussing.
Oh yeah, problems with the ex.
Yes. So
When
it's
you have a child and you're separated, if you're dating anyone and they have a problem with how close you are with your ex, who is the mother of your child, I think that's a serious red flag. Like, that's a problem. You should be as close as you possibly can, comfortably, with your ex if you have a child together.
in a
Because
sense.
you need to be... You don't have to be like buddies or anything,
Yep.
or spending heaps of time with them, but you should be communicating with them regularly and making sure you're on the same page with parenting and that kind of thing. Like, I know you've got a bit of a nightmare situation with your ex in that you can't kind of...
Can't do anything. Yeah.
You're not on even remote... You're not even in the same book.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But is that... So, I mean... Okay. So, let's say you're dating a person and they suggest that you don't talk to your ex, who is the mum of your kid, because they don't like the idea of...
Which is the jealousy thing, really. They just want you all to yourself, and they're worried that you're going to run back, or like they're just not comfortable with it.
Yeah, I
And,
think there
like-
needs to be an understanding of what parenting is before that person makes a comment. You know, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, you are...
And it might not even be... It might not even have to be parenting. There doesn't have to be a kid involved. A lot of people do just continue to be friends with their exes a bit afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
See, I think if you're willing to go into a new relationship, you need to have that understanding that, I mean, it's not like a really close, it's got to be like an Elaine and Seinfeld type deal, you know? They're good pals. That's like, there's an understanding that that's all they are. They're just always pals, and they're a friendship group. But it's not like if it's the mum of your kid, you're not going to go to their house and hang out with them. It's a different scenario.
You might.
I don't. I think...
No, you would definitely... Yeah, but...
You go there as like like you do it as a support for your kid, not for a relationship. You know?
You still might.
I don't know.
Everyone's different. Some people, they just don't want anything to do with their ex ever and don't want to talk to them ever again and whatever. Everyone's different. And I don't think the new partner's feelings about how they deal with exes should have anything to do with how you deal with exes. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to deal with exes. Some people will stay friends. Some people will just, wipe them off the face of the earth or whatever. But how you deal with it isn't how
they should.
Your new partner does it.
But is there...
Your new partner's feelings about that shouldn't really come into it. And if they feel really strongly about, like, no, you have to hate your exes the way I hate my exes, they're like, no.
Not necessarily.
I don't.
Yeah. I think it's...
We're not the same.
To me, it's like parenting is a very different circumstance when you... Like, dating is a very different issue when you have kids. You need to at least consider that there is always going to be this other person in that person's life. It's whether they want them to be, whether they need them to be, whatever. It's just that person has this ongoing thing. Now, in my circumstance, I don't really have a choice on whether I talk or how I talk or what happens. The only way I can communicate is, unfortunately, through lawyers.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
We're at a point where we either have to go through mediation or back through court. So I don't have a choice.
Which is about as bad as it gets.
It's as bad as it gets, and it's not going to get any better, and it sucks. I hate that it's that way. I actually genuinely want to reach out and, have that conversation, but it just will not happen. Not at a choice of my own. But if you can have it better than, like, I have it the worst out of all of it, and I wish I didn't, and that's that. You should always try and have a good relationship with the ex-partner to ensure that you're both on the same page as parents, and if not, you work as a compromise, just as you would in a relationship, but now you're separated.
It's pretty autistic to think another human has to think the same way you do. Like, not understanding that people's minds work differently and people feel different about things.
You know what? We can't...
Not being...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, not being able to leave your own mindset and get into someone else's is very autistic.
So, I have this... I did read an article. I haven't got it with me. But so there are people across the world now. We can't do this pod, especially after the recent news of all the American stuff going on, right? With the where they've
we can't do this pod.
We can't do this pod without mentioning the fact that they just banned abortions in America.
No, they didn't.
What did they do?
No, they didn't.
What did they do?
They made it so that states are allowed to make that decision on their own.
Okay, so kind of like how Australia were deciding what states were doing what with the lockdowns.
Yeah, and well, I think some states in Australia it's illegal.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember.
See, I always thought I'm very do what you want as long as it doesn't affect other people. And if it does affect other people, don't do it. I don't know. Like, it just seems ridiculous. So I read online that there are women now who are refusing sex to their partners unless they have a vasectomy. And that's across the world.
Yeah.
That's in Australia as well. And that's to husbands. That's to, unless they want to get pregnant. So these wives are like, nah, I'm not going to bang because you are able to birth a child in me. But
I go, that's fine, mate. I'll just use my hand. Get out of here. I don't need you. I
Well,
got this.
it's just, it's such an insane concept to like, oh yeah, well, like I get what the issue is. I get it completely.
I didn't make the law, and also we can have them here.
Yeah, okay. I think that it should be everyone's right to make that decision. I think
Oh, definitely.
if you know honestly that you are not capable of raising a kid, you shouldn't have to give that child full term and then have to go through the whole trauma of everything else that goes along with having to hand over a baby.
Yeah, definitely. Just
Horrible.
delete it if you can. And everyone has their own opinion, and I think everyone's entitled to that opinion. And the people who are against them should definitely not have them.
Yeah, just
If you're
don't have a
against
kid.
abortions, don't have an abortion. If you're against abortions, don't have one.
And if you're against... See, it was that whole... Because it comes down to the religious stance, yeah? It's the whole, it is not our job to do God's... It's not God's will to abort a child.
Well, it's not always just a religious thing in America as well. It is a constitution thing.
Bloody constitutions.
Because they're like, one of the things is like, everyone deserves the right to live or whatever in the constitution. And so people are like, well, it says that. So if someone is pregnant, that thing deserves a right to live. Like, it's not even about religion necessarily at that point. And then they have to define what is a human, and it's all very complicated.
Yeah.
But
You know what's going to happen with this, though?
we're not America.
It's so broken.
So many people are so mad at them. Like, it's not your country. Like,
I've
seen so many Australians furious about it. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw someone saying, laying in bed right now crying because of the stuff going in America. And I'm like, why?
they're Americans. They're barely human.
Well,
what?
To me, it's this whole thing of like, okay, so for example, there's a lot of countries out there that we don't agree with the culture of how they treat women, how they treat certain things, right? It's a cultural change.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like gay people in some countries.
Yeah.
It's illegal to be gay in a lot of countries.
So,
Which I think. What do you think is worse? Making abortions illegal or making gay people illegal?
If I had to pick to make one illegal, I'd probably
I guess
say,
which one? Yeah,
if I had to pick between gay or abortion, which one is illegal, I would say abortion's illegal. Because I think that's a decision, whereas
yeah.
gay
You
isn't
don't
a
get to
decision.
choose if you're born. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's just
You
just
exist and
humans
you're illegal. That's horrible.
being
Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of countries still that is illegal. Then you don't see the same amount of uproar about that as you do about this weird backwards third world country, America, banning abortion.
See, do you find I find it really odd that it's like, it must be like an Australian thing because we're so close with America with the TV shows we watch and everything else. Like
We
it's
do
like,
watch a lot of their media, yeah.
yeah, we're like a second a second view of America and their politics and everything else. For some reason, we see a lot more about America than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So, as Australians, we have to decide what's appropriate for us and what's not appropriate. And then Australia gets this crazy opinion like, America's so broken. But really, the world's broken and we just live by our culture.
Yeah.
Or everywhere is not broken and we just live by our culture. They're probably sitting there going, why do you live with snakes? Why would you let an Australian person, there's pregnant females and kids everywhere, don't let them near a spider.
And a lot of them would also be thinking, why does that country allow abortions? What a monstrous country.
I guess
And
so.
then there's other countries being like, what's wrong with Australia? They let gay people in. They let them get married. Like,
Well, we
some
have
countries, we are just a nightmare zone. Like, we're...
Andrew Barr
monsters to
is
them.
gay.
He
And
is.
he's our go-to. He's the top dog in ACT. I really like him. He's a top dude. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know anything about any of these guys. Then all the COVID stuff started coming up, and you start seeing all about the premiers and the
yeah.
whatever he is. And he was definitely cooler than most of them. Like, everyone else was like throwing blame, like just making all these weird excuses and blaming all the other states and doing all this shit. And like, Andrew's just like, just being real and
We got to do
saying-
what's best for ACT. Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
And then what was the other one? With all had to do with
You being gay?
I don't know yet. I haven't watched the video.
All right. Well, we don't have much time for much else anyway. I say we pack this up. I'm going to go cook lunch. Cooking some leftovers that I made for enchiladas.
Yep.
The inside of the enchiladas, but they're not inside a wrap. It's just the chicken and stuff. So I'm going to cook up some lentils and have it on that.
Well, that's fun. I think
Yeah.
I don't even know. I didn't even know it was almost lunchtime. I'm probably going to go back to bed and rest. And then
That's fair.
yeah. Well,
Good. Well, if you'd like to see the full video content of this show and help support this show so that we can afford medicines so we're not sick and we can do full real episodes again, you can support us at patreon.com/dadversedad.
or if you follow us, if you just want to see
You know what?
what?
I don't know if we need the Facebook plugs. People only listen, like, everyone's on our Facebook already.
Okay, then let's do this. If you would like to see some of our shorts, we don't have a very good link to our YouTube, but you could jump onto our Facebook at facebook.com/dadversedadpodcast, and you can follow the links to go to our YouTube to watch all our fun little shorts.
Okay, pretty good.
Not bad. Instagram, don't even worry. I haven't posted anything.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to cook lunch. Then I'm going to edit as much as I can. It's probably going to come out tomorrow afternoon instead, or around lunch tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to try and get mine done by today and get it uploaded, because
Oh, crap. Yeah, and we've got to upload stuff. Okay. I'm going to...
you know what I'm going to say?
What?
Bye, hungry Jeremy. Because you're going to go and make lunch.
We're dads.
All right.
That's the thing.
I've stopped.
Okay.
All right. There you go. 24 hours late. I'm so sorry, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around, and thank you so much for all your support and effort. If you do want to share us around, or you see any shorts, tell people that you do enjoy this stuff. We love people watching it. We love people getting involved. Anyone commenting on the Patreon, we do appreciate your support, and makes us enjoy it even more. We are going to keep doing it regardless, but yeah, thank you. We do really appreciate it. We are both feeling much better, so hopefully next week we do have a proper episode together again. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one, hopefully in time.